Welcome to the night where we light up the spot. We're trading crypto, finance, you'll be mad on the charts. Hosted by the one, Lunar Beaches top shark. Dive deep into the numbers cause this ain't no lark. We're crunching all the data, making money moves fast. From Wall Street to the blockchain, making predictions last. Community together in this financial blast. Markets after dark, that shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright lights. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trends, see future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother lode. Economic loops and the way the dollar flows. Community vibes where everybody grows.
I don't know what just happened. What is going on, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Markets After Dark, where we go mad on the charts Sunday through Thursday right here on the Piper Academy Network every single night, Sunday through Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till midnight. Guys, big news in the XRP world. We've got Brad Garlinghouse having dinner with President-elect Trump. What? Yep, that's right. What? We also have a Ripple and Chainlink partnership-ish. It's kind of like a partnership, I guess. But yeah, a lot going on. Big dump today, of course, on Bitcoin and markets in general. I believe it was some $250 million that were wiped out. Pretty crazy. But anyways, let's go ahead and say hello to you guys, the few people that are here. I know we'll have some stragglers because we have Billy Goat Tails going on tonight, so we'll have to say good evening to everybody as they come in here. Hopefully you checked out Billy Goat Tails. I was not able to be there this evening. Too much going on around the house. But anyway, let's go ahead and say hello. Good evening, Duality Crypto. And thank you. I don't know that I've seen your name in here before, but thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and, well, let's see. Alexandra G is in the house. We've got Melissa S. What up, what up? And RS Miller. Hello, good evening. YouTube sucks. It's not notifying about this live. Well, you know, it is what it is. So, you're lurking. Are you lurking Billy Goat Tails or are you lurking me? That's the question. Which one are you lurking? Anyway, I guess before we get into, can you explain the indicator thing you were mentioning earlier during Trade Intuition Show? I will absolutely get to that tonight. I'll go over that this evening. And yeah. Oh, Army Piper in the house. What's going on, sir? Hope you're having a good night, a good evening. I know you're probably laid up in bed with the wifey. All set, what's going on? Hey, LBC and fam. All right, we've got the good evenings out of the way, so now we've got to get to the charts. Let's go ahead and just take a look at Bitcoin. Oh, there it goes. Taking a look at Bitcoin. Guys, I shared this chart on Sunday. This exact chart. Right here on the channel. Go back and watch the stream. It's there. I had this high time frame order block resting up here, and we came right up to it and rejected off of it. Imagine that. Right up to the top of my right shoulder. I have not moved this at all. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't take the short. It's okay though. It's all right. It's all right. Remember, we have to be emotionally mature, and just wait for the next opportunity. Goodness. My goodness. All right. So earlier today, I was looking to, I was hoping that Bitcoin would hold this point of control. I tried to catch a bounce on it. It did bounce for like 10 minutes, and then it rolled over for even more dumpage. Water. Oh. Oh. Don't die on us for not taking this short. I'm gonna try RS. I'm gonna try RS Miller. I promise. All right. Choking on my own air. Let's see. All right. All right. So, economic data today was kind of mixed, but not really overall generally good data. We still have our not unemployment. We still have we still have FOMC minutes. Let's turn this off. Tomorrow, which is going to tell us what the Fed was thinking or talking about during the last meeting, the last FOMC meeting in December. It kind of gives you insight into what led to their decision to cut another 25 basis points. And then we have, even though we have the yields shooting up, we have Jerome Powell talking about how, you don't worry, it's no big deal. It'll be short-lived. Well, we see what has happened since then. But yeah, everything's good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, guys. We also have continuing jobless claims tomorrow. ADP employment change that comes out at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Then continuing jobless claims at 8:30. Initial jobless claims at 8:30. And the jobless claims 4-week average. I mean, just more jobs data. So that should have an impact on the market, depending on whether it's good or bad. It's going to have an impact on the market either way. So I would just be looking out for that. And then later on in the afternoon is when we have the FOMC minutes. And that may or may not have an impact on the market. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But we'll see. We'll see if they were talking about potentially. I doubt they were talking about hiking rates, seeing as how they cut another 25 basis points. So, yeah, I'm not sure what would come out of these minutes, but we'll find out soon enough. And of course, we still have unemployment, or not unemployment, but the ADP non-farm payrolls, or just the non-farm payrolls on Friday. So, big data week. And yeah. What do we got going on? RMT, what's going on? Retro Mike Tech, is this where we get mad or just make LBC mad? Preferably you don't make me mad, but yeah. My thoughts and prayers go out to those in Pacific Palisades. I have family and friends there. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm very sorry to hear that. Piper's going to be getting snow in Texas. Very normal. Very normal. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's cold, Army Piper. All right, so the past 2 days, I have been working outside in 25-degree weather. So, all right. Fires. Oh, fires. That's not good. Well, yeah. Sending out all the thoughts and prayers and positive good and positive vibes towards the people of Palisades. I'm not exactly sure if I'm saying that right, but yeah. And yeah. Positive vibes towards you, R.S. Miller, and your family and friends. Fires galore. I saw people abandoning cars to run away. Sheesh. It's not good. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get back to Bitcoin real quick. I want to see what's going on here. So obviously, big dump today. Let's go to a chart that doesn't have all the mess drawn up on it. Let's see. Let's do Binance. We'll do the Binance chart. All right. Right up to it. Ugh. Of course, this was a daily fair value gap. I did not pull the the order block on this one that I did on the other one on the other chart. Anyway, let's get rid of that. All right, so break above this high, fail to maintain, drop, come down into liquidity below these lows. That was a support level that has failed and has currently turned into resistance. So we want to see Bitcoin not only get back above this level here at 97, we'll call it 97,500 because of the round number. And then we have the next level at $99,900. So we would like to get back above that 97.5, start closing some 4-hour candles above it, if we want to see potential reversal from here. But let's go ahead and bring up our Chart Prime Oscillator Pro Plus. Check out Chart Prime, 45% off your first month. Look, I just double clicked and you didn't bring up the indicators, and now you do. All right. Anywho, also, I'm going to be showing you guys a lot about some VWAPs tonight. We're going to do the VWAP flop. Turn on Market Oracle and click reversals on the 4-hour. Yes, sir. Thank you. Shout out to Army Piper for gifting himself $2. Market Oracle. We're on the 4-hour. Let's go over here and turn on reversals. Keep it on the chart. And it's going to say reversal right up here, isn't it? Reversal, Will Robinson. Maybe. Maybe not. We are on the 4-hour. I am not getting a reversal. Does it show up on a different chart? Oh, it didn't click. Well, that would explain a lot. Reversal. Hey, look at that right there. A whole 1, 2, 3, 4-hour candles. So a whole 12 hours prior to the dump. Chart Prime was giving out the reversal indicator on the 4-hour. And look what it did. Pushed the price down. We can also see with the Chart Prime on the Market Oracle, they've got the Quantum Reactor. I believe I have this on smooth, or slow rather. Yep, got it on slow. We can see, so this one, if this was to have been bullish, then we would want to see the Quantum Reactor turn green. But it did not turn green. Instead, it stayed gray, which indicates indecision in the market. We also had a take profit, long take profit one reached with the check mark. Oh, they just added back the check marks, I guess. And this was a buy max profit. So you get a reversal after a take profit, and then you get buy max profit, which means, hey, if you're still in the long, you should probably get out of the long. The long being the buy signal that came in here. With the chart prime indicators, anytime you get to buy signals, it doesn't mean you go ahead and buy. It means there's potential that we could be seeing a chance to get in. And what typically happens is after or once you get the buy signal, you'll see potentially come up and sweep a high, and then you get a pullback, and it is on that pullback that you want to consider taking the long. From there, you would just aim for the next high or the quantum reactor, or you let it go until chart prime tells you, hey, it's time to take profit, or hey, we're about to reverse. Now, we do have a strong sell signal coming in right now. Now, by the same logic as the buy signal, I would want to wait and see if we come down, potentially pull, rather sweep this low over here and then get a pull back up into this level. Maybe even getting up into this 4-hour fair value gap sitting in here. And then rolling over even further to get us further into the head and shoulders pattern that I had drawn out on the other chart. And we can see we've got the neckline, we've got the left shoulder, we've got the head, we've got the right shoulder. Well, sorry. Left shoulder, head, doesn't bottom until over here, right shoulder, and then we go down skis. If the economic data continues to come in negatively, then we will more than likely see that continuation to the downside. I've got downside targets at about 82 to 83K, which will take us down to 85,000. Like I just said, I've got targets. Best indicator suite in the industry, hands down. That is chart prime for sure. All right, so we are trying to bottom out here on our oscillator ribbon. I shouldn't have done that. All right, there we go. And the good thing is on the 4-hour, we are actually still above the 0 line on our money flow. And when we went down, we started to level off down here. So potentially, like I said, we could potentially get a little bounce on, come down a little bit further, get a bounce, and then from there, we will want to see if we get some bearish signals to come in that could lead us to that further downside movement for Bitcoin. Will that take down alts too? Yeah, for sure. So come over here to the Coinbase chart, back to this. Man, just absolutely nailed it. Beautiful. Anyway. Come on now. Come on now. Stop being laggy. Let's take this off. There we go. Look at the rounding of the quantum reactor here. All right, so if we go from the very top down to the potential, this would be a measured move, okay? That would be a 30% drop. Just down to the neckline, probably sweeping the neckline if I had to guess. I'm thinking that we at least get down to the midpoint of this monthly fair value gap. I think we at least get down to there. That would be a 24.5% drop from the top. Yes, that brings altcoins down with it. Just below that, potential support at the 0.382 at $80,065. I don't think I gave a price on this monthly fair value gap. Midpoint sitting there at $81,978. Call it 82,000. And then we have a high volume node down here that we could potentially get down to. Perfect measured move. Now, if you were looking for a measured move on a head and shoulders, what you do is you go from the top of the head to the neckline, draw out a trend line, and then you go from where the breakout of the neckline would be, which would be right here, and you pull that down and you drop that trend line down over here, and that's how you get a measured move on a head and shoulders. Now, if this is a head and shoulders fake out, typically what will happen is instead of breaking out from here or doing the measured move from here, it'll do a measured move from the right shoulder, from the top of the right shoulder, and it'll get down somewhere in this area where we 86,250 or $86,500, somewhere in there. I can see it. I don't see a whole lot to the left to justify that. Let me see. Now, if I pull from, okay, so this was the last low before we broke up into this range. So if I pull a fib from this low to this high, that would be a 50% retracement of that range. Now, if I go from the very low, the absolute low, which is going to be at this one down here, so I can just go ahead and grab this, pull this down here. That gets us to the 382. Right there, a 382, and that would be a bullish bounce at the 0.382. Of course, getting a bullish bounce, not even getting down to the midpoint of the monthly fair value gap, would actually be super, super bullish. But we'll see. Economic data is a big factor in these markets. Let's go ahead and go over to a clean Bitcoin chart because I need one. I need a clean chart. Get rid of this. Okay, now let's get rid of that. Turn this off real quick. All right. Oh, I see the door now. Who is he? Jay Violet? What's going on, Jay Violet? The doors are coming. It does look like a house. Some alien with a long legs. What are y'all talking about? Pull this on. Is LBC drawing a house? Oh, okay. Yeah. Actually, don't answer that question. Anywho, I don't know what y'all are going on about. Looks like we're maybe, possibly, potentially about to dump right now. Let's see. It's kind of looking dumpy. That's a nice, it's a little dead cat bounce. But what it could do is it could just come down and sweep the low like I was saying. Sweep that low. See, we got these equal lows over here. That's what it's going for. It's going for these relatively equal lows right here. Sweep those. Sweep those. Sweep those. Move back to the upside into this fair value gap and then roll over. As I think I've already said it, but just trying to add more confluence to that thought. Everyone knows peace. What's up, Boss Gains? Peace. Are you leaving? Peace out. ish will hit the fan tomorrow, says J Violet. Nah, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and get into the VWAPs. So I wanted to go over this evening, because VWAPs are pretty cool. Volume weighted average price. So what this indicator does is that it shows you where the average price is as weighted by volume, meaning where is the most volume within this specific time frame or time span. At what price did we see? Are we seeing the most volume? Not in this stream, a different one. Oh, what are y'all? Yes, the throne hasn't been shown in over a week. And guess what? We've been bearish. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? We've been bearish. Bearish. All right, so looking at the VWAP over here, what I like to do is I come to the anchor period. And this is something that I just added today. I added all of these VWAPs because I want to be able to see where the price or how price is reacting to these certain levels and where they could potentially be going. No bands multipliers, have all of those turned off, but I have one for the session, I have one for the week, the month, the quarter, and the year. I didn't think I needed one for the decade, although it could be useful. So let's go ahead and turn on the weekly VWAP. We can see that pointed down. Let's go ahead and turn on the session VWAP as well. So this is the session VWAP, both pointing down. Then we can turn on the monthly VWAP, which is actually sitting above us, but we can see it starting to point towards the downside as well. Our quarterly and our yearly are going to be the exact same as our monthly because we are in the first month of the year. Now, once we get into the second month, these will start to diverge. They'll start going into different places. VWAP is strong. So we can see we came up into VWAP and have since started to kind of try to roll over. I absolutely love VWAP though, because VWAP on the if you're watching, and this is something I was actually looking at prior to the stream. So I just had the session VWAP on, and I turned on the ICT kill zones, and that I was showing you guys last night. And I started to notice that, like, if it's down in the kill zone, then you're probably going to see further down. Like, if the VWAP is pointing down during a kill zone, like coming out of it as well, then you're likely going to see more downside. New York kill zone right here, we're trending down on our VWAP, falls down. Here, right towards the end, we're kind of going to the upside a little bit, consolidating at VWAP. On a lower time frame, you can see it, the VWAP pop when this pops. So on like the 5 minute, the VWAP pops up, and we can see that that's just kind of an indication that we might start seeing further upside. And that's exactly what we got. It's not perfect. It doesn't always work. I have found, but it does work often. This one was kind of down, big sharp move down, then down again, or kind of sideways. And then we can see, I mean, it's sideways and down. What do we get? Chop, right? For the rest of the day. This purple box is your New York kill zone. So this is between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just watching the VWAP, and we can see during this Asia kill zone, man, this thing was starting to push to the upside. And then we got a little bit of consolidation, and then another push, and then off and away we go. So just something that you can look at and back test for your own trading experiences. Let's turn on the volume footprints real quick. Actually, I'll get into the volume footprints later. I need to go over the news. Crypto, well, we'll not do that one yet. Let's turn that off. Let's do this one. Well, first of all right, so this is going to be just a lot of Ripple stuff, okay? Ripple's RLUSD adopts Chainlink standard. Ripple, a provider of digital asset infrastructure for financial services, announced that it has begun leveraging the Chainlink standard, aiming to bring the Ripple USD stablecoin pricing data on-chain. According to the press release shared with Crypto News, Chainlink price feeds are now live and provide a source of verifiable RLUSD pricing data on the Ethereum mainnet. So those for you that don't know, RLUSD is also running on Ethereum. DeFi developers can integrate RLUSD support into their applications for various use cases, including trading and lending. This move enables Ripple to enhance the utility of RLUSD across the on-chain economy, the team said, and provide the RLUSD ecosystem access to high-quality off-chain data through Chainlink's infrastructure. Johan Ayed, chief business officer at Chainlink Labs, commented that the adoption of tokenized assets such as stablecoins will continue to accelerate in coming years, and having access to critical on-chain data will accelerate that process. End quote. Let's see. Ripple announced the RLUSD launch in December 2024. This is a USD denominated stablecoin issued on the XRP ledger and Ethereum blockchains. Additionally, it is natively composable with smart contract applications such as those found in DeFi. So a new stablecoin. That said, there's an obstacle that had to be overcome in order to support RLUSD as an asset and enable secure on-chain markets around the coin, the team explained. Many DeFi applications need a source of high-quality price data. Furthermore, the fresh asset prices must be delivered directly on-chain, yada, yada, yada. You get the point. RLUSD will be running on Chainlink. So not only do I think that's bullish for RLUSD, which it's a stablecoin, so it's not very bullish, but that also brings interest into XRP just naturally, and that also shows the strength of Chainlink as well. And that also matches up in pairs and gives connection between Ripple, Chainlink, and Swift. So there you go. There you go. So that's the big news on that. XRP is most preferred coin in South Korea ahead of Ethereum. So the subtle rivalry between XRP and Ethereum is now beyond just the market capitalization and ranking of both coins. A new report shows South Korean traders shifting perception about both coins. Per a survey by local media platform News One, these crypto-savvy traders chose XRP over Ethereum. Korean affinity for XRP. The News One survey spanned from December 24th to the 26th, featuring 5,220 investors with a probe into their top crypto choices. Based on the ranking of the top assets by these respondents, Bitcoin retained the top spot as the most preferred asset in the country. Following Bitcoin, though, XRP before Ethereum. A unique twist that shows the popularity of the former in the region. Over the past few months, the retail market in South Korea has played a pivotal role in fueling the demand for XRP. So, catching up with Ethereum and ETF play, we'll go into that. Crypto ETF race. Ripple president says XRP will be next in line. I've been saying for a while now that I believe that we will get an XRP ETF before we get a Solana ETF. Monica Long, president at Ripple, believes that the XRP cryptocurrency will be next in line for spot ETF approval in the US. For those that don't know, Monica Long, I believe Monica Long was the one that used to work at the US Treasury, and her name, she did it under Donald Trump. Donald Trump printed a lot of money. Her name is literally on the money. It's on your dollar bills, your $20 bills, all of that stuff. U.S. Treasury Secretary. You got something to say Yellen? Because Yellen, I believe, is post Monica Long. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Monica Long. I think it was Monica Long. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I know, I'm pretty sure it's Monica Long. Anyways, during Tuesday interview with Bloomberg, Long predicted that various cryptocurrency spot ETFs will be launched in 2025. Last year, the SEC famously approved Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Long has noted that a number of different companies have already filed for a spot XRP ETF. That is correct. Ripple is expecting the approval of these filings to accelerate this year. RLUSD will get more listings, according to Long. Yeah. So, XRP ETF race and XRP being preferred over Ethereum in South Korea. Ripple partners with Chainlink for RLUSD, gains access to DeFi through Chainlink. And yeah, bunch of bullish news. I tell you what, Ripple plans to IPO, guys, and I could have been buying shares of Ripple 2 years ago through private sales, or I guess they're public. I don't know. I guess they're private. I don't know. But you could have bought shares of Ripple through the Uphold exchange. A couple years ago, they would like release so many shares every so often. I really wish I would have jumped on that now. Jeez, especially after seeing this. That's right, we've got Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, tweeting out great dinner last night with real Donald Trump and Stuart Alderati, which is their legal counsel at Ripple. Brad Garlinghouse there with the one and only Donald Trump. And this, I guess, isn't just a picture because he said great dinner last night with the real Donald Trump. President-elect Donald Trump and the CEO of Ripple is having dinner with him. I'm just saying, ETF after the 15th, 1 week from today, we will see what happens. I want my name on the dollar bill. I'm going to need to make a call. I wish China was in. What's going on, guys? Hope y'all doing all right. Melissa, one love in the chat. What's going on? Hope you are all well, all set. RS Miller. No new names. Those Photoshop skills are on point. Which Photoshop skills? For my thumbnail? That's funny. All right. So that's cool. Anyways, back to the charts. Lots and lots of bullish stuff for Ripple. And therefore, XRP. Melissa, one love, all the love, and good vibes. Always. Garlinghouse Photoshop skills. Oh, really? Is that Photoshop? Is that Photoshop, Mike? If it is, I'm going to be very mad. All right, so volume footprints. I was asked, I forget who asked this earlier. Maybe J Violet, I think. Someone asked this earlier in the community. Could I go over these volume footprint candles? Absolutely. Would absolutely love to. So now, before I get into this, I do have to say that this is a premium TradeView. You have to have a premium subscription in order to use this. It is not an indicator. It is a type of, it's your type of bar. So, or candle, you know. So, it's your type of bar. So these are actually bars, but you can turn them into candles, hollow candles, volume candles. Volume candles are weird. Let's check that out real quick. So the volume candles, it'll size the width of the candle by how much volume is in that candle. So you get all these little different, you know, thickness candles in here, which I think is pretty cool and pretty funny. Looks pretty funny to me. Area, HLC area, baseline, columns, high-low, all this good stuff. But right here is volume footprint. Now, time, price, opportunity, session, volume, profile. Those are even other volume stuff. The reason why I like this stuff in particular is because they are real-time data. So, yeah. Totally random question. Does anyone use Verizon 5G home internet? I'm in the market options limited currently with Spectrum. I do not. Damn, it called me Mike. Just out here leaking my name. Oh, I'm sorry, RMT. I'm sorry. Not his name is not Mike, it's RMT. Yep. All right, so volume footprint. So what this does, and it does have different settings and all of that good jazz. But what this does is, let me just zoom in even more so we can really look in here. So on the left side, we have our ask. On the right side, we have our bids. We have our sellers. We have our buyers. What this does is it shows you how many orders of each that there are within the candle. So on the left, right here at this, around this price point between 96,300 and 96,400. So this goes by $100 increments, these boxes. I believe you can probably increase that, maybe. Row size, manual, yeah. So you can do it by the dollar if you want. I wouldn't do that, but so this goes by $100, $100 boxes, $100 range. So what this is showing is that in this $100 range, sorry, 15-minute just closed. In this $100 range, we had more sellers than buyers, okay? The white boxes indicate the point of control of that candle. At the very bottom, we have the total number of sells and buys. And then down here in your information box, it gives you that delta, which the delta is the difference between buys and sells and buys. Delta negative 120. The reason why it's negative 120 is because these are treated as negative. Negative because they're sells. So we have a negative 120 within this bar, indicating to us more sellers than buyers, which means we can kind of expect for price to continue lower. So we can go way more in depth on volume footprints. So over here we can also go to delta. So it'll just show you the delta. And then you can also see those beautiful point of controls. And what I like to do is I like to find a cluster of POCs like these up here. So this, I think, is going to be a significant area where price could get up to. because we have all of these point of controls sitting right up here. Okay? All of these point of controls. And this is right here at 100,000. So it's going to be 100,500 to 100,000 or 101. Yeah, 100. Wow, I cannot do my math. 100,500 to 100,800, 700. I thought these are $100. Oh, we're on the hourly now, so it's probably different. Anyway, Andrea. Hello, Andrea. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the stream. So yeah, watching this. So we have all these point of controls here. We have a whole cluster of point of controls up here. So these are just levels that we would, mark off on our charts as potential resistance levels moving to the upside. And now we can do the same for downside as well. And we could find naked points of controls, which are point of controls that have not yet been touched. So sometimes these are easier to see when you use like a session volume profile. We can see the naked point of control, like this one down here at 94,000. We'll probably end up getting down to that 94,000 simply because this point of control, we have not come back down to that point of control. So I could definitely see us getting down to that $94,000 level, which we also have some resistance levels here that we bounced off of or broke through, came down, held, and then bounced off of. So that would be an area of interest for me, myself, and I. And we can pull this across as well and see this was just really a level that we broke through and then came back above and could likely come back down and back test. Hopefully it is just a back test, but we'll see. From there, I'll take a fib and see, let's see, from this low to this high, that might be 886. Nope, it's a little above it. Pull this down to here, in between the 702 and the 786. So I still think that we can and will probably get down here at some point. And then we'll just have to see if we get down there before we retrace to the upside, because I still think we'll get some kind of retrace before further rolling over. And if that doesn't happen, then I would expect something to, this thing would really have to get cranking. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Oh, look at that. What if... Let's make this, as OC says, a little more professional. Draw an actual trend line here. I mean, that's a little bit of a inverse head and shoulders. I don't really care for the angle of it. Higher time frame. Let's see. Could we be getting... This could potentially turn into a bullish divergence in here, where we put in higher highs on our, or higher lows on our price and lower lows on our trend ribbon oscillator. Any kind of momentum oscillator really is what you're looking for on that when it comes to your divergences. So any kind of momentum oscillator. RMT, not unless something. You guys are absolutely amazing and insane and mad. I love you. I love you. More dumping. More dumping. Knew it should have gone short. I can still go short. I can go short. I can go short right now. I'm not gonna, but I could. I'm not gonna, but I could. Don't tempt me. XRP chart. What are we looking like? XRP did get a little bit of a pump off the news, but of course it came up into resistance right here. Came up into resistance and got rejected. So would be looking for XRP to get back above that $2.35 level and really get going. But it is still more than likely at the hands of Bitcoin. But we'll see. We shall see. I'm probably more bullish on XRP now than I have been recently. I've been thinking maybe $10, but now I'm thinking this thing might go to $20. I don't know. Forget market cap. The market cap can go insane, temporarily, but yeah. We'll see. H bar and Telcoin. I'll do H bar. I'll do H bar. H bar and Telcoin. Sometimes I know who people follow online simply by their request. What is the guy's name that always shills or is always talking about Telcoin anyway? H bar. What happened? You failed me. You failed me. Why are you acting crazy? Gotta get this stuff off of here because it's ugly and I can't see. All right. Oh, H bar. It's going to come back down to 17 cents. There you go. That's all you needed to know. Why do I think this? Equal lows. Equal lows. And that's the next area of support. Once you lose that 382. If you lose the 382, then we'll go down here to that 17 cents. Got my eyes on that 17 cents. But I mean, maybe, I mean, I do like the cup on here, but those equal lows are either going to be visited soon or they're going to be visited later. It's either or. I do like how this has kind of got some curvature to it. That's good. But those equal lows, man, equal lows just love to be taken. Equal lows love to be taken. So would not be surprised to see a dip to at least 20 to 22 cents on H bar before continuing back to the upside and shredding all these shorts up here. There we go. So little consolidation range in here. Whichever way it breaks, I would expect first. I would expect it to go to the other side of that range following that break. Meaning, if it breaks to the upside, then I would expect it to come back down and then reverse back to the upside. If it comes to the downside first, then we could see that move. I would expect the shift back to the upside. So that's what I'll be watching on H bar money flow on the 4-hour. Why are you doing the dots when I'm not even using the drawing tool? All right. Money flow It's not looking good. It is coming to the downside. We can see it right here. Coming down, pushing down. Still holding above the zero line, just barely. But we do see our trend ribbon pushing hard to the downside alongside our true 7, which has not yet bottomed out. So potentially more downside for 8. I mean, either way, I do think it'll see some more downside. And it's kind of dumping right now as we speak, along with the rest of the market kind of, yeah, it's not looking good. We're pretty red across the board. So, except for Doge, apparently. Doge had the same move. But that actually looks bullish. That actually looks bullish. Super bullish. You got your consolidation range. You've got your breakout. Actually, what'll make this even clearer is if I just draw a line. Trend line. Let's make this yellow. Pull this down. There we go. So that's a nice little consolidation, breakout, back test, and then continuation to the upside. That's what I would expect potentially on Doge, since it did break back above these highs. If it can hold these highs, if it loses this level, it'll come down and sweep all these lows more than likely. So, Doge. There we go. Because that's money. Money. But just the very fact that it got back up into this upper range. So if I can pull this all the way across. The fact that it did. So we got these bounces over here. See, equal lows. Love to be taken out. Come up. Push higher. Back up into that upper range. Kind of failed to stay up in this range. If I can pull this across right here. Nope. Right there. Nope. I mean, essentially. Point of control, I bet, is sitting somewhere around there. A value area high. Let's see. Point of control. Look at that. Point of control sitting right there. Lost point of control. Lost the value area low. But we do have this high volume node that is this rising wedge in here that we broke from. We could potentially as well get into well, no, hold that level right there at 34.2. Am I getting text? All right. Wow. Already 11. That's crazy. Oh, what are you guys talking about? Ugh, more blood. I want to add to my bags though, so I guess I'm kind of happy. Anyone looking at any new projects? Not at the moment. It's a one-legged llama. You guys, NXRP, the future looking gloomy. I wouldn't say that. Okay, I guess I'm taking some profits now on H-bar. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it depends. What do you mean by take profits? Like, are you talking about your portfolio? Sorry. Your spot portfolio? Or are you talking about like a long that you're in? Because if it's your spot portfolio, then I would just be looking to add to it. I wouldn't be taking profits. Yes. Come to the dark side. Come to the dark side. I might buy 5K in XRP. All right, Caleb. Dykema. My portfolio I've been holding since 2019. And you're going to take profits now? You're going to take profits now? We're just now getting started. We are just now getting started. Now, not financial advice. I don't know your portfolio or how any of that stuff looks. But I mean, taking something off the table, depending on when you bought in, what your average price is. Like if you bought in down here, then you are currently up almost a 5x. Personally, if you did get in down here by chance and you're up 5x, I would have already been taking some off of the table. I mean, I'm just saying. I've been hearing that for 1.5 years. I will hodl until the Titans make the Super Bowl. RMT is going to be hodling till the end of time. Fired our GM today, so that's good. That shows we're going in the right direction. Mr. Cawthorn. I don't even know how long he was our GM. Didn't we just get a new GM? I don't know. I don't know what the shrunks are doing with our organization, to be honest. But yeah, man, I don't know about I don't know about selling HBAR. I mean, I do know, or I do believe firmly that we will take out these equal lows. Let's go ahead and pull a fixed range volume profile. We're losing the point of control. Ooh, how low could this drop? 14 cents. First little shelf sitting there at about 15, 16 cents. Oof, that's tough. That is tough. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see if we can add a little more to this. Coinbase isn't going to have enough data. Binance. Look at this. At the highs, just looking like it's just ready to freaking blow, dude. Looking like it's ready to blow, man. Holding that value area high, which is sitting there at 22 cents like I was talking about earlier. We also have on the lower time frames, we pull the fib from low to high, come on down, right down there at that value area low is the golden pocket. So maybe we can just get down to 22 cents and we'll be okay. Go Detroit, we'll win the championship. Meh. I'll be happy if either Detroit or Minnesota wins. Either one of those teams. Why? Detroit, because they've always been an underdog and they were crap for so long, and because I lived in Michigan for a little bit of time. I've got friends in Michigan, and I would just love for them to be able to experience that. And then Minnesota, my best friend is a Vikings fan, so I would love that for him. So either one of those two I'd be happy with, but I will not be surprised to see Philly come out of the NFC. On the other side, I don't know. AFC is like weak AF this year. Terrible. Kansas City hasn't been great. Mahomes didn't even make the Pro Bowl. The Ravens are kind of like meh. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Who else? Who else is even good on in the AFC? Um, Broncos, the Chargers. Who I feel like I'm missing someone. Who are the better teams in AFC? Definitely not the Texans. They're gonna get spanked in the first game, probably. Hopefully. Let's see. Who else do we have? We've got the Steelers, who are not good. The Bengals didn't make the playoffs. I'm I'm trying to look at all the teams in my head in the AFC. So the AFC West. That's going to be your Denver, your Kansas City, your other ones. Those two are the only ones from that division. The Texans, that's 3. Then you got the Ravens and the Steelers. That's 5. Then you've got Kansas City. Did I say Kansas City and Denver? Who is on the other? Oh, Buffalo. Buffalo. Ooh, Buffalo. Buffalo's tough. I am predicting. I am gonna say. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Philly and Buffalo. Philly and Buffalo. That's who I think is who it's gonna be. Philly and Buffalo. And I think Buffalo might get their Super Bowl. They look good. And they don't have to go through a tough NFC playoff. So there's that. But anyways, I'm from the west part of Michigan. Nice. I lived right outside of Detroit in a place called Ferndale. Ferndale, Michigan. What's the Cotton Bowl? Wait a minute. Is that tomorrow? Oh yeah, Vrabel's gonna go to New England. Oh, that's the one that released Vrabel? Buffalo and Detroit in the championship. See, I was struggling between Detroit and Philly. Unfortunately, and Minnesota tends to blow it, so we'll have to wait and see on that. What was I looking up? Oh yeah, NCAA football. When's the next games? CFP. Friday, Thursday. So Thursday we have Notre Dame and Penn State. Let's go. And then Friday we have Ohio State and Texas. Well, that should man, that means we're gonna have it's gonna be a really Notre Dame or Penn State is going to be in the championship game. Ohio State, Texas. Notre Dame or Penn State. It's not bad. It's kind of crazy. But anyways, that's it, guys. Bunch of guys running around giving each other concussions. You know what? Deal with it. That's how we are. What happened to the crypto? It's the end of the show. So I guess that's what happened. I gotta get off of here. I gotta go to bed. I got work tomorrow's. What happened to the day where there was only 7 bowl games? When did that ever happen? And you could watch them all in one day. Was that a thing? How old are you, R.S. Miller? That hasn't been a thing since I've been alive that I'm aware of. That's 37 years. PSU gonna get spanked by Notre Dame? Maybe. Notre Dame shocked me in the last one. I did not see them beating Georgia like that. So we'll see. Anyways, Ripple, big stuff going on for Ripple. That means big stuff for XRP. We'll also have just because they're linked, not that they are the same thing, because they are not. Even though Ripple runs not half the nodes, but I mean that's good. I mean the network's getting more and more decentralized. The ecosystem, the XRP ledger, the XRPL is getting more and more decentralized by the day, but Ripple tends to help pay for other people to set up their nodes, and that's kind of a wink wink and a nudge nudge type deal. But whatever. What's crypto? What even is crypto? Of course, we didn't even look at the Chainlink chart. But that's okay. I got to go and get to bed. So, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate each and every single last one of you. Don't forget NordVPN, 74% off. Link in the description down below. Check that out. What a great deal. And use the exchange that we all use at the Piper Academy, Blowfin. Check that out. Link down below as well. Also, don't forget to check out tomorrow. Come back to the network tomorrow to watch all 5 shows, starting off with Good Morning Crypto with BC Port Corp. Then following that, at the market open, we have the morning market report with Army Piper and the OC guy. Later in the afternoon, market close, we've got Trade Intuition, Trader Joe, Tradester Joe, TI Joe. He said, just call him whatever you want. But Trade Intuition for the Trade Academy right here at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we have the Crypto Nightcap with live trade analysis, no clickbait. Or live trades, I should say. Live trades, no clickbait. With, what do you call it? 5 shows? Wow, can't keep up. Yeah, man, we got 5 shows on the network. So, yeah, FD White and TradeFly for the Crypto Nightcap at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we'll be right back here to go over tomorrow's, to get a nice little recap of what happens tomorrow in the markets. And that's all I got, guys. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. Sleep. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Mad love. Peace out.
Welcome to the night where we light up the spot. We're trading crypto, find out you'll be mad on the charts. Hosted by the one, Lunar Beaches Top Shark. Dive deep into the numbers cause this ain't no lark. We're crunching all the data, making money moves fast. From Wall Street to the blockchain, making predictions last. Community together in this financial blast. Markets after dark, like shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright lights. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trend, see future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother lode. Economic loops and the way the dollar flows. Community vibes where everybody grows. Analyzing trends while the world lays low. Markets after dark were only brilliant shows. Hit that subscribe and join the ride. In the world of finance where fortunes collide. Lunar's path will be your guide. Through the market storm or the market tide. On the charts with Lunar's bright light. Crypto markets soaring through the night. pass. Markets after dark, our shelter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright lights. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trend, see the future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp our knowledge be shown. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the